Assassination Classroom, because good lord, this has been fun. Now, this is one, I have to say, long time ago I got told this. There are no new stories. There are just variations of the same stories. And this is a good example of that in work, in motion. It's a good story, good anime all around. When you break it down and you get to the nitty-gritty of it, basically this story is of the outcasts who become better. I mean, in the basic sense, it's pretty much what it is. Slowly but surely, as more I watch this, I'm like, these people that have been told that they are the bottom of the barrel, the worst of the worst, that there is no hope for them, and they keep getting pushed down and down further and further, becoming better. They're becoming better than those, those who are being told that they're better than them. So I'm like, that's the basic story. And they do all this other crazy stuff going on through here, so... Yeah. God damn it if I don't love that teacher, because good lord, he is so much fun.
Yes.
Like, you are awesome.
Last episode that I saw, they brought in a female, was the English teacher? Or
yeah, she's supposed to be the language, English teacher.
She's like, everybody out of my way. I'm going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
It was such a good episode. The show was
so like... Have you seen the episode when the red-haired kid came in, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think it was right before that.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to remember what the order was. I remember if it was before that or after that. But yeah, even that, I love that, because every time he tried to do something to piss off the teacher, he would make him look pretty or something. He would beautify him or something. I'm like, he's been told you cannot hurt these students. You cannot harm them in any way. And he agreed to that. He's doing so many other things, and I'm like, yep. That's about right. Yeah, you're pissing them off just as much as they're pissing you off. So good job.
Yeah. So yeah. At the beginning, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this. When the red-haired kid came in, I'm like, okay, I got some. And in the next episode, the girl came in, and I'm basically like, when she came in, it's all cocky and everything. It's like, I'm going to do it this way, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's not going to work. I'm like one of the students in the class. I'm like, no, you don't. We need to tell you stuff first.
And I like the main character, the main kid that you're kind of following throughout it, who's kind of telling the story in a way. I like him, too.
Blue pigtails?
Yeah. Okay. In all honesty, yes, that's a guy. I had a hard time doing that, too, but it is a guy. It took me a long time to figure that one out, but I'm like, okay. I think it was like episode 2 or 3. I kept looking at it and I'm going, girl or guy, girl or guy, girl or guy. And then something tipped me off that way, and I'm like, okay, you're a guy. I'm putting you in that classification now. You're a guy. But yeah, even him, I'm liking him just because he's like, he's kind of the main person, and the one, I always love his little notes that he jots down every time he sees something that the teacher does that is like a weakness or something. He's always keeping track of all those things. And I'm like, sometimes they're just little funny things, but at the same time, they're always something that's, important or humorous. So it's always cool to me.
I think my favorite character so far is the red-haired guy, but he only played a big part in that one episode, and then he kind of faded away.
I mean, he still kind of makes his appearance in like bits and pieces here and there. One where I'm at right now, they go on a school field trip, and he's definitely a big part of that.
Okay, I'm a couple episodes behind. I'm gonna catch up on that.
Oh yeah. It's a pretty apt similarity, because here you have this person who was once human, who has now been turned into something that isn't human, and they have to come to terms with that. The same, this whole series is very interesting to me, and the fact that it's taking a lot of morality and decisions, and you don't